Be careful now, because the NBA is in for a shock. The Lakers made an emergency trade, the kind that wasn't planned. It was a sudden reaction. It was fast, desperate, and it's shocking to managers, players, and fans across the league. If you've been following this team for a long time, you know that when the Lakers move like this, something serious is going on behind the scenes. What really caused the franchise to hit the panic button? Who really benefited from this big decision? Stay tuned until the end, because the details of this trade really changed the course of the season, and almost no one is talking about its true impact. And now, let's get into today's news. But first, check if you're subscribed to the channel, because the next videos are a series of content that will help you stay updated on everything about the Lakers. Turn on the notification bell and select all options. Once that's done, we'll send you all the last minute that comes out of the Lakers behind the scenes. Lakers fans, we have a goal of 100 likes for this video. In the last video, we reached the goal in 1 hour. Prove that you are a Lakers fan and like so we can reach it right away. The Lakers just had one of those games that every longtime fan feels behind them, where every possession is like a deep sigh in the chest of those who have followed the team for years. In an upset that no one saw coming until it exploded on the court, Los Angeles left the Dallas Mavericks and achieved a victory that seemed almost impossible. Coach J.J. Redick didn't leave the microphone without mentioning something that was the talk of the fans at the bar: Luka Doncic's absurd performance on defense in the final quarter. The man who was always remembered for his offensive production suddenly decided to show that he could do more when the clock stopped. Adults who have seen thousands of tight ends realize that it's worse. In numbers, it's heart, it's will. It was that extra effort that lifted the entire stand, even on TV. Doncic became the name of the game because he didn't just attack, he defended unexpectedly. That combination showed that the Lakers are dangerous when the defense wakes up along with the offense. Redick said after the game, the coaching staff gathered to look at every play on the clipboard, and they were shocked by what they saw. They noticed that Doncic saved 6 consecutive possessions where Dallas tried to exploit their supposed weakness on defense. It was a moment of comeback, where the deficit on the scoreboard started to look less scary. The team closed the gap because, piece by piece, ball by ball, the defensive effort started to frustrate the Mavericks. And when you frustrate your opponent in the last quarter, man, it feels like the tide can turn at any moment. Nobody talks about numbers or cold statistics there. They talk about determination. And when we talk about grit, the story changes. Redick's words weren't just ordinary praise. They were almost a declaration of respect for what Doncic showed that night. He gave the Slovenian credit for enduring the pressure on pick and rolls, plays designed to give him an advantage over him. Every cut of the ball, every foot in front of the opponent seemed to say, "I'm here, and I'm going to make the difference." And when he got the crucial free throw at the end, pulling Najee Marshall to the ground, it was clearly not luck. It was real commitment. It left Lakers fans with the feeling that the team could surprise any giant when the intensity was up. Longtime followers know that this is the difference between a team that struggles and a team that wins in decisive moments. It's more than just a win. It's a statement. Doncic has undergone a physical transformation that has been talked about even before this game. Last summer, he dedicated himself to gaining muscle mass and improving endurance, and the results started to show not only on offense, where he led the NBA in points in the 2025-26 season, but also in defensive moments like this. His evolution went unnoticed, especially by those who looked deeper into the game. Of course, many still doubted his defense, remembering his lateral speed that wasn't always perfect and how it could be wasted on some moves. But that night in Dallas, he showed a different face, more focused, more ready for the game. You can feel the difference not only in the score, but in the energy he brought to the entire squad. And that's where it gets interesting for those who live and breathe for the Lakers, like us who have seen many seasons. Because when a leader decides to also enter the game on the defensive side, the whole team feels it. The ball moves slower. It's like the clock is ticking in your favor, and confidence is rising. Now think with me. If Doncic can bring this kind of energy to the moments that matter, what does that mean when it comes to the playoffs? Say, "Come on, Lakers." This defensive attitude is believed to be what can propel a team to the next level. More experienced fans know that it becomes the combustion that drives the team. And when defense starts to come out with points, the conversation changes from who will score to who will win. Redick also spoke to a reality that many of us have seen. No one expects Doncic to defend at maximum intensity for 48 minutes. That's asking a lot of a man who is the team's main offensive cog. But what he showed is that he knows when to press the button and enter a mode that only those who feel the weight of the game understand. In critical moments, this intensity changes the rhythm and makes the opponent rethink every move. And it affects the mentality of the player because dead ball or rolly, nung ball, the perception of who is ready is everything. Bringing this dedication in the final moments can be the difference that separates a painful defeat from a memorable victory. And every veteran fan knows that it's moments like these that make legends emerge. The win over Dallas was even more special because Doncic was playing back in the city where he rose to fame before donning the purple and gold. The emotional aspect of facing his former team can be a burden. It may be extra pressure, but he just used it as fuel. Scoring 33 points is an achievement, but defending when the game is on a knife's edge is another story. It's the kind of performance that sparks conversation among analysts, but also among fans who prefer to feel the game with their hearts. And when this narrative starts to emerge, you realize that the team is better prepared than many thought. It gives hope. It gives butterflies in the stomach that make you pay attention to every second of every game. And it's a story that makes every fan turn on the TV with the expectation of something great. And most intriguing of all, the Lakers now have a model for how they win when things are tough. You don't have to be perfect on defense all the time. You just need absolute focus in the moments that decide the game. If Doncic can repeat this energy in decisive moments throughout the season, it could catapult Los Angeles to a more dangerous level than its current numbers. Because in basketball, anyone can score. But the one who decides is the one who delivers when everything is at stake. And if you've experienced frustrating seasons as a fan, you know the weight of this focus. This win could be the spark that ignites a bigger one, and it makes you want to see the next game with your eyes wide open. The Lakers continue their championship journey with a tough match against the Chicago Bulls on Monday night. Expectations are high, the fans are alert, and the adrenaline of knowing that every game could be a turning point is pumping. If Doncic can repeat this pattern of intensity, especially in the final quarters and in moments with a playoff atmosphere, Los Angeles could be a real threat. And it changes the conversation about betting, odds, and probabilities. Because when a team finds this kind of chemistry, it starts to scare even the most respected opponents. A defense doesn't become elite overnight. But when it shows up at the right time, man, you start to believe in big things. And it leaves us sitting tight, waiting for the next chapter for these Lakers. Redick making a point of publicly praising Doncic's defensive efforts has a big impact in the locker room and beyond. When you celebrate this kind of behavior in front of the press, you show that it really matters. It's not just about points, assists, or poor baskets. It's about who's willing to go the extra mile when things are tough. Say, LeBron will shine if you believe that this collective focus will pave the way for legendary performances from the entire cast. It's clear that the Lakers are at a crucial point where the narrative of the season is starting to shape. People are starting to feel that things might be changing, and it's affecting the team's confidence. And look, if you thought this was just an ordinary win, you're wrong. This is the beginning of something bigger. A spark that could become a fire if the team continues to enter the court with this style in decisive moments. The signs are there for anyone who wants to see. Doncic evolving into a true two-sided player. LeBron with a future at stake. And the front office moving behind the scenes with urgency. Every detail of this season is taking on absurd weight. The clock is ticking. The deadline is approaching. And the next few days will say a lot about who is really ready to fix for this title. Now, if you want to know everything before everyone else, if you want to stay updated behind the scenes on the trades that could happen at any second and the secret moves that no one is talking about yet, you need to click on the Lakers Breaking News playlist now. It's fixed in the comments and on the final screen. Just click. There are the bombs, the holes, the unexpected turns. That's right. Now is the time. If you believe the Lakers are about to silence the NBA again, say the future is purple and gold. If you see this cast ready to make history, and if you feel your heart beating faster now, just wait for what's coming. Click the playlist. Why? The next news will put you to bed.